What is up, PharMore Money Family? Today we're going to be talking about General Electric and its renewable energy front and the promise ahead this year that I think even though, we're seeing this kind of market correction right now, my portfolio has taken a bath, like a huge red bloodbath, right? From the perspective of, I have a ton of Apple, Tesla holdings, Twilio, you name it. I've got a ton of tech stock companies from that perspective. So my portfolio for this past month, I think in one, platform, I'm down like 30,000 about. Another one, I'm down about 70 plus. So, it's part of the whole grand scheme of things. Guys, this is a perfect time to create bigger positions, keep buying, right? I mean, and I'm going to talk about it in another video that I'm going to be putting out here shortly. Look at companies like Tesla, Apple, look at your cyclical companies, look at your companies that are going to come back from this pandemic, thanks to this vaccine out right now, even stronger than ever. General Electric is one of those companies, and I do think this has a ton of promise as we move forward because no one else can do what General Electric has done over the last, good God, century, even maybe even longer, right? At this point, it seems like they're a company that's established. They know they know how to maneuver money. They know how to create free cash flow from that standpoint. They know how to have profitable EBITDAs from that perspective, department gain. So from that perspective, I think we have to look at GE as kind of a long-term strategy. It's a buy, it's a hold for a long time, basically, to see that that growth from that perspective. It also has a dividend yield, which is very attractive. So we're going to dive into this video and talk about General Electric's renewable energy front, guys. Thanks so much. So renewable energy is a play for the long term. Ongoing margin improvements in its onshore wind power business and offshore wind power business will help drive sales and profit improvement, guys. GE achieves its aims in this space, it will result in a material improvement in overall market cap. So for the long run, this is an absolutely great value buy, guys, in terms of where it stands currently to where it can go from here. This is a company that has a ton of upside, a ton of, interest too from that perspective where everyone is kind of looking at GE right now. Let's just face it. I mean, over the past month, it's up $2.33. That's almost 21%, guys. That's huge. GE was to start the year was around maybe $10 and now it's at $13.56. So this is one of those, companies that we have to definitely pay attention to for the long term. Guys, GE's offshore hopes are centered on its giant Haliade-X wind turbines. GE already has orders for 190 of the wind turbines for the first two phases of Dogger Bank wind farm project in the UK. GE wants to get to operating profit margins like Vestas and Gamesa, both that trade at EV of around 3 times revenue. So their enterprise value is around 3 times their revenue. And both of these companies are killing their profit margin game right now. So GE has a ton of promise just based on that as well, guys, as we move forward. So GE can lift its renewable energy profit margins also if it could be valued on a similar multiple of sales like Vestas and Siemens. Based on 2020 revenue, 15.6 billion of the business would be estimated as having an EV of $36 billion. That's absolutely incredible. So large chunk of GE's current total company enterprise value is at around 142 billion, which is absolutely impressive. The potential for offshore wind business to generate multi-billion-dollar sales over the next decade leads to tons of upside for GE Renewable. And I think there's a ton of promise in this, and I'm definitely, investing in GE, and I'm going to continue to invest, especially during this time when, the tech stocks are just taking a bloodbath and, cyclicals are kind of moving through. It's a great time to jump behind something like GE, which is at an absolute steal and a bargain when it's only being traded around $13.56. Thanks so much. If you've enjoyed this video, if you did, please go ahead and hit the like button and please do subscribe. Turn on your notifications as videos are going to continue to pour in as we move forward through 2021. This is going to be the road and journey to wealth and to just massive portfolio returns as we move forward. Thanks, everyone.